Yung sinasabi nila ngayon, ang technology is nakakaapekto na sa learning on a bad way ng mga estudyante, no? Hello guys, Nardino TV here and we are back with another video. So for today guys, meron tayong pag-uusapan na something interesting and nakakalungkot at nakakabahala at the same time, no? Ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon guys is about sa AI or yung artificial intelligence guys, no? So kung paano to nakakaapekto sa pag-aaral ng mga estudyante or nung mga kabataan ngayon. So napaka-importante nito guys, lalo na kung meron kayong mga anak na nag-aaral, no? And also nakakaapekto rin to guys dun sa mga nagtatrabaho na rin, no? So yan ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Pero bago yan guys, panoorin muna natin yung isang clip, no? About this topic, no? Para din makita nyo rin kung ano yung weight or yung epekto nito, no? Currently sa mga students, no? Panoorin natin guys.
A former English teacher going viral after posting a raw and unfiltered farewell video as she leaves the classroom behind after just 3 years. Listen.
A lot of these kids don't know how to read because they have had things read to them, or they can click a button and have something read out loud to them. I just don't think these kids even care. They don't care about making a difference in the world. They don't care about how to have a resume. They don't care how to write a resume. They don't care how to write a cover letter because ChatGPT will just do it for them. And I think that we need to cut off technology from these kids probably until they go to college.
Hannah is a former teacher, and she joins us now. She posted that video. More than 1 million people have seen it, Hannah, probably more by the time we're on this morning. Why did you post that video?
So I taught for 3 years, as I said in my video. I wasn't always a teacher. I actually started my career in digital marketing. So I've been in the digital world for about 5 years now, or since I've graduated. And throughout the 3 years, I've taught digital arts classes and I've taught an English class. And I would say that in all of my teaching experience, technology has posed quite a challenge. And with AI becoming so accessible to children nowadays, especially teaching in an English or Core 4 classroom, it's been especially challenging kind of to have the kids comprehend and critical think and think for themselves on certain things.
Yeah.
So on my way out, I wanted to kind of raise awareness and just let people know how AI and technology is affecting their children these days.
Right. I know, coming from a mother who taught for 33 years, my sister's a teacher in South Carolina, the challenges that y'all deal with. This is even before AI was a thing. I'm sure it's even more challenging now. And clearly, your opinion is, yes, it is. You're a high school teacher. I'm sure your students loved you. We hate to see someone leave education because of problems within the classroom. Give me some examples of what the students are saying to you.
Grabe lang, no, guys. Kasi noon, 'di ba, nung bago sa atin ang technology, no, dun sa mga era, no, sa mga batang 90s diyan, 'di ba? Kung matatandaan nyo, yung pagpasok sa atin ng technology o yung pagre-research natin sa internet, napakalaking tulong nun, no? Kasi before that, saan ba tayo nakarely, 'di ba, sa mga books, encyclopedia, right? Kaya nung pumasok ang technology, laking ginhawa niyan sa atin, no? Pero yung sinasabi nila ngayon, ang technology is nakakaapekto na sa learning on a bad way ng mga estudyante, no? So, pakinggan natin guys yung mga sample, no? Yung sa mga sample scenario na sasabihin nung teacher na to na nag-resign, no? Because probably hindi na siya natutuwa guys dun sa mga feedback or dun sa mga result na nakikita niya dun sa mga tinuturuan niyang estudyante.
Well, a lot of students, and I do want to be clear, I taught a lot of very motivated and bright children. And so I don't want this to come off as if this is all the kids' fault. But I do know that a lot of times in my English classroom, I would ask them to write down a short response or just 5 sentences to answer a question. And a lot of times it would be about 2.5 sentences, and they would say, well, I can't think of anything else to say, or, well, why do I have to answer in complete sentences? Like, you get the point from what I'm saying in just this little sentence. And then a lot of times I would assign essays, long form essays, and I know how children write, especially when they handwrite me things in the beginning of the school year. And so when a student, how I know how they write typically would give me a very eloquently and thorough essay on a topic that I know that normally wouldn't come from them, I would ask them, was this really you? And I'd run it through an AI generator. And of course, it would say 100% ChatGPT or AI. And I would speak to the student, and they would more so question of, well, if I have to redo this, how much is it really going to affect my grade? Can I just take the zero?
Oh my gosh, trying to take the easy way
Because-
out. Yeah.
Right.
Is it promoting just a laziness among our children?
Of course.
I
Siyempre.
suppose, and a lot of them are just feeling as though they don't really need to do the work anymore because AI will just do it for them.
Right.
And I think that AI can be in a classroom in a very effective way if we teach children in the older grades how to use it properly. But if we're allowing them this unlimited access in the classroom to use AI, they're not going to do the work themselves.
Yeah, I know you're a proponent of getting technology out of our classrooms, getting the phones out of our classrooms. I still can't believe some schools are allowing that.
So there you go guys, no. So eto guys, nanggaling na sa isang teacher, no, na talagang hindi nakakatulong dahil nga guys na abuse no. I will totally agree na AI or yung technology is there to help. Kailangan yan, no, na tools yan for our students. Pero may mga certain aspect guys na kailangan ng control, kailangan ng balance, no. Papakita ko sa inyo guys kung gaano kagaling ang AI, right? Okay. So nandito ngayon tayo sa ChatGPT guys. So ang ChatGPT ay isang platform guys na merong artificial intelligence system. Para guys sa mga hindi nakakaalam, no, ang AI po or yung artificial intelligence is just like a system, no? A normal application na ang purpose niya is to mimic human being on very intelligent way, no? Kaya guys, napaka-importante kung ano yung mga data na pinasok sa AI kasi diyan lang naman siya kukuha ng mga sagot na itatanong nyo sa kanya, no? So dahil ang daming data natin, no, from the previous one na enable sa atin ng technology, lahat ng data na yon, kung merong hold doon ang ChatGPT or ang AI, just imagine the vast information na meron tayo na kahit anong itanong mo sa kanya, meron siyang possible answer, right? So let's say for example, no, gagawa ako ng resignation letter, right? Natatandaan nyo pa ba noon na walang AI at hindi ka marunong gumawa ng resignation letter? Ano yung itatype mo sa Google or sa search engine, di ba? Hahanap ka ng template, no? And that is a normal thing, no? Kasi humihingi ka ng guidance, no? Sa ChatGPT guys, hindi ka humingi ng guidance eh. Pwede ka nang humingi ng sagot, sample, halimbawa guys, no? So let's say gusto kong gumawa ng resignation letter. So dito, tatype ko lang, right? Create a resignation letter with 3 paragraphs. So, pwede kang maging specific. The total number of words, yung paragraphs, no? And then, sabihin ko, ang start date ko is April 2022 and then, nag-end ng April 2025. Send mo lang sa kanya, right? And there you go, right? So, gagawin niya na sa'yo, right? In less than few seconds, guys, meron ka ng resignation letter, right? Look at that. Napaka professional, 'di ba? Tapos meron pa siya sa iyong tanong, 'di ba? Let me know if you want to tailor it into a specific role, right? Pwede mong gawin 'yon, right? Let's say sabihin natin masyadong professional no? Gusto ko medyo madrama ng konti, no? Lagyan mo ng mga colorful words, no? Let's say, sabihin ko, make it more emotional and compassionate. Right? Send natin. Okay? There you go. The same format. Right? So, gagawa uli siya ng 3 paragraph na letter. And then, that's it. You're done. So, kung ikukumpara natin, guys, kung yung sa simula nung letter nung una, 'di ba? Sabi niya rito, I am writing to formally resign, blah, 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 blah. Right? Pero yung pangalawa, sinabi ko, make it more emotional and compassionate, right? So, nilagay niya na dito sa simula, it is with a heavy heart that I submit my resignation, right? Look at that. Diba? So, marami kang pwedeng gawin, right? Hindi lang sa mga letters, guys. Natatandaan nyo pa ba noon na yung dun sa mga subject natin sa math, di ba? Lagi nating hinahanap ang X and Y, di ba? Hirap na hirap tayo dyan. Pero, tignan nyo guys kung gaano kagaling ang AI, no? So, kumuha ko ng isang math problem sa isang website. Ito guys, right? So, solve the equation for X and Y. Ayan yung given, right? At ito yung possible answers niya. Ganyan lang kasimple. Yung normal na website, right? At yan yung explanation. Tignan natin kung paano gagawin ni ChatGPT. Okay? So, type ko lang dito yung problem. Sabihin ko lang, solve this. Right? Ganyan lang. So, enter mo lang. And there you go. I-explain niya sa'yo with steps. Right? Look at that. There you go. The final solution, X and Y, 5, 6, or -4 and 15. The same answer. Right? 5, -4, or 6 and 15. Right? So, ganyan ka-powerful guys ang artificial intelligence or ang AI. Okay, so guys, bakit ko nasabi na this is something alarming, no? Kasi nga guys, dahil napakadali po ng access, 'di ba, ng kahit na sino dito sa tools na 'to, nagagamit siya on a bad way, no? Ang daming nagiging I don't wanna use the word tamad pero parang ganun ang nangyayari, no? Kasi nga dahil easy access, easy way, yan yung mas pinipili ng mga majority ng mga nag-aaral ngayon, no? Marami po kaming na-encounter na nag-aaral sa mga big schools, no? Pero makikita mo na medyo nahihirapan sila pag walang help ng technology or ng AI, no? And it is something alarming, 'di ba? Tayo noon, guys, no, yung mga batang 90s, meron din tayong AI noon, guys. Kung hindi nyo lang napapansin, may AI din tayo noon, 'di ba? Ang AI natin noon is si mama at si papa. Yung parents natin o yung nakakatandang kapatid natin, 'di ba? Pag meron tayong homework, meron tayong assignment, tinatanong din natin sila, 'di ba? Pero nasubukan nyo na bang magtanong ng sagot sa parents nyo? Halimbawa, meron kayong assignment, 'di ba? Or meron kayong homework, halimbawa math, 'di ba? Tinanong nyo ba sila ano yung sagot? 'Di ba? Kasi ako noon, nasubukan ko 'yan, no? At ano ang naging sagot sa akin ng parents ko? Ako na lang kaya ang mag-aral, 'di ba? Kung ibibigay ko lang din naman sa iyo yung sagot, 'di ba? Kasi guys, yung AI natin noon, binibigyan lang tayo ng basic foundation. Binibigyan tayo ng basic foundation and basic learnings kung paano natin isosolve yung isang bagay. Tapos tayo na ang nag-evaluate, tayo na ang nagsosolve, 'di ba? Based doon sa mga learnings na natutunan natin. Right? Si AI mas matalino yung AI ngayon. Pero wala siyang feelings. Wala siyang thinking mind katulad ng mga human beings, no? Kasi yung AI natin noon, alam niya na pag binigay lang niya yung sagot, hindi ka matututo. Yun yung repercussion, 'di ba? Si AI or si ChatGPT hindi ganoon nagwo-work kasi sa kanya, basta nagtanong ka sa kanya at yung data or yung sagot is nasa database niya, ibibigay niya sa iyo yung sagot. Wala na siyang pakialam kung magiging tamad ka or hindi ka matututo, wala na siyang pakialam doon. Right? Kaya guys, this is very alarming, no? Marami tayong naririnig guys na comment about sa generation ngayon, no, na marami ang nagsasabi na iba na ang kabataan ngayon, ang daling sumuko, konting hirap lang, quit na, hindi maaasahan, yung, 'di ba? kumbaga yung comparison lagi, no? Pero kasi kung nagbago ang kabataan ngayon, possible kasi nagbago din ang mga magulang, no? Kasi 'di ba, may mga magulang kasi na naka-experience ng hardship before. At ang tema nila is like, yung mga paghihirap ko dati hindi ko ipaparamdam sa'yo. Parang gano'n. Pero hindi nare-realize ng ibang mga parents na kaya sila naging masipag, masinop, matatag, no? Mahaba ang patience, 'di ba? Madiskarte is because of all those challenges, 'di ba? Siguro dapat hindi natin tanggalin, siguro dapat lang nating i-improve at salain natin, no? So yung mga tingin natin, yung mga paghihirap natin noon na hindi naman makakatulong sa kanila, huwag nating ibigay, 'di ba? Pero guys, yung mga makakatulong sa kanila, huwag nating tanggalin, no? Kasi pag tinanggal natin 'yon, why are you expecting now na magiging katulad mo sila na matiyaga, 'di ba? Masipag, yung mga ganyan, 'di ba? Tinanggal mo yung bagay na nagturo sa iyo kung paano ka naging ganun, 'di ba? Kaya kung ako ang tatanungin, guys, yung sa mga nag-aaral, yung sa mga anak nyo, gabayan natin sila, guys, no? Huwag natin basta ibibigay sa kanila yung mga technology na katulad nito. Kailangan lang maging tools, 'di ba? Kailangan lang, kumbaga parang post-check lang. After nilang gawin, 'di ba? Pwede itong maging tools or guide para malaman nila kung tama ba yung ginagawa nila, but not to give them the answers. Pag hindi natin sila na-guide, guys, 10 to 15 years from now, hindi na ako magtataka or hindi na ako magugulat kung marami tayong incompetent, 'di ba? Na leaders, na mga nagtatrabaho sa mga major companies, 'di ba? Kasi sila ang future, 'di ba? So dapat nating i-secure na meron silang natatanggap na tamang knowledge, tamang wisdom, tamang experience para sa hinaharap nila. Alright? So yun lang, guys. I hope na meron kayong nakuwang something substantial dito sa sharing natin for today. Thank you for watching and see you on my next video. Peace!